Hello everybody, my name is Kirti Sri Ganapati and today we will be covering the topic intellectual property rights and ethics. So in the next few minutes, we will be understanding the different types of intellectual property rights and how they would be relating to our computer use. We will be seeing the meaning of ethics, the definition, and various examples of unethical behavior in use of intellectual property and in terms of computer related matters. And also we will be seeing computer hoaxes and digital manipulation which relate to computer ethics. We will be understanding the ethics and its impact on business practices and decision making, and finally discussing the current status of legislation related to intellectual property rights and ethics. So this is the agenda for today, where we'll be discussing on the ethics in the context of computer use and specifically related to ethical use of copyrighted material, ethical use of resources and information, unethical use of digital manipulation, ethical business practices and decision making, and finally its impact on cultural differences. So, intellectual property is a category of property that includes intangible creations of human intellect. There are many types of intellectual property and some countries recognize more than the others. The well-known types of these intellectual properties are copyrights, patents, trademark, and trade secrets. So, as already told, some of the examples of intellectual property would include to music and movies, paintings, computer graphics, and other works of art. Like we can have a patent for these things. So if you look at this particular link, it shows the most high-profile patents of 2019. Let us just check that out. So this link shows the high-profile patents of 2019. You can actually read through this and see the interesting information of how patent is filed and on what all fields it is filed for. So charge points electric vehicle charging network. The details in this is very interesting and I would encourage you to go through this at least once. Moving forward, so we have seen the high profile patents of 2019. Let us also see the most inventive companies of 2019 based on the patent activity. So, based on patents grant, Samsung has filed close to 9,400 patents in 2019. IBM, LG, Canon, Intel, Microsoft, Toshiba, these are some of the top companies which has filed patents. So there are different categories of patents as well. So if you see, the grants are based on B1, B2, A1, S1. So these are design patents which are under S1 category. So you can just go through these and just go through how, on what basis they have filed patents on. Moving on. So, copyrights is a type of intellectual property that gives its owner the exclusive right to make copies of a creative work. Usually it is for limited time. The creative work may be in literary, artistic, educational, or musical form. So as shown here, it lasts for about 70 years after the creator's death. And for corporate copyrights or anonymous works, last 97 years from the date of publication or 120 years from the date of creation, whichever is shorter. And it can be registered with the US Copyright Office. So in this link, if you go and click on this link, it shows the US Copyright Office and how you can file for a copyright and which all copyrights are already existing. These are the top 10 infringements of 2019. If we just look at these, there are very interesting details on how a particular company has claimed infringement. Let us look at the top 10 copyright infringements of 2019. And what to expect in 2020. So there is this CASE Act, that is the Copyright Alternative in Small Claims Enforcement. Fourth estate sale, modernization of US Copyright Office, all these. Probably if you just find time and if you're interested, go through these and you can understand the different categories or different ways a person can do the infringements, person or company. Moving on to digital watermarks. Digital watermark is a kind of marker covertly embedded into a noise-tolerated signal such as audio, video, or image data. It is typically used to identify ownership of copyright of such signal. Digital rights management, or what is called as DRM tools, or which can also be called as technologically protection measures, are set of access control technologies for restricting the use of proprietary hardware and copyrighted works. DRM technologies try to control the use, modification, and distribution of copyrighted works, such as it could be the software which we design, the multimedia content, as well as the systems within devices that enforces these policies. Common DRM techniques include restrictive license agreements, the access to digital materials, copyright and public domain is restricted to consumers such as condition of entertaining a website or when downloading software to that matter. Encryption, scrambling of expressive materials, and embedding of a tag which is designed to control access and reproduction of information, including backup copies for personal use. These come on the DRM tools find these things. DRM technologies enable content publishers to enforce their own access policies on content, such as restriction on copyright on viewing. These technologies have been criticized for restricting individuals from copying or using the content legally, such as fair use, what is called as. The DRM is common use by the entertainment industry, example, audio and video publishers. Many online music stores such as Apple iTunes stores and ebook publishers and vendors such as Overdrive also use DRM as to cable and satellite service providers to prevent unauthorized use of content or services. However, Apple dropped DRM from all iTunes music files around 2009. I'm sure all of us would have seen such things in Google Images. These are called as digital watermarks. So the one such software or application which is used for digital watermarking is called as Digimark Discover. So it has online content for product ads, songs, magazine articles, etc. It can be implemented without taking up valuable space on resources, like it just needs a QR code. So this is the link where we can look into the Digimark product. Coming to trademarks. Trademark is with respect to a word, phrase, symbol, or design that identifies goods and services. Trademarks used to identify a service, and that service is called a service mark. Service marks claimed but not registered may be used as this particular symbol over here, which is shown on the screen. Trademarks claimed but not registered may be used as TM, which is shown here. And this is the symbol for R, that is the registered mark. It includes the protection of domain names, of course. Domain name disputes can be brought to the World Intellectual Property Organization, WIPO. So, do you identify this particular symbol? What is this logo for? We all know that this is for McDonald's, right? So all these, eBay, Logitech, all these would be patented and it would be registered for the trademark. Coming to patents. Patents protect the inventions and the validity of patent is for 20 years. It can also protect a practice or a procedure. So examples of patents are Google's pay for gaze advertising, then Amazon's one-click purchase procedure. All these are patented. Have you come across any interesting patents? It's time for quiz now. Copyrights are valid for how long? Is it 70 years after the creation of work, 70 years after the publication of the work, or 70 years after the death of the creator? True or false? Logos cannot be trademarked, just the names of companies or products. Blank are used to protect inventions. I hope you're ready with the answers. Let us see. So copyrights are valid for 70 years after the death of the creator. It is false that logos cannot be trademarked. We can definitely trademark the logos. Finally, it is the patents which are used to protect the inventions. That's all from my side. Thank you.